For this lesson, you need to open the sample file Gradient Fill from your Sample Files folder. If you use charts a lot, you may find yourself applying the same fonts, fills, layouts and other attributes over and over again. If you find this happening, it's time to create a chart template. Chart templates can be used just like the built-in gallery charts. You can use templates to create a unique personal or corporate chart style that will enable you to produce consistently styled work. In this lesson, we'll develop a useful chart template with larger fonts than usual to enable them to be more readable when incorporated into a PowerPoint presentation. We can then use this template in future for any chart that's destined to be used in a presentation. So let's begin by increasing the font sizes on this chart. I'd like the chart title element to be shown in a font size of 28 points. So I'll click on the chart title element to select it, then Home tab on the ribbon, and in the font group, I'll increase the font size from 14 points to 28 points. Now I'm going to increase the font size of both axis labels and the legend to 14 points. To do that, I'll click just inside the border of the chart to activate it, and as I hover over each element, you can see that a tip appears, showing the element name. So I'll hover over the left of the chart until I'm sure I'm hovering over the vertical value axis, and then I'll click to select the vertical value axis. And I wanted to change the font size to 14 points. So once again, Home tab on the ribbon, and in the font group, 14 points. Now the same for the x-axis labels. I'll hover over the x-axis until I see horizontal category axis. Then I'll click and once again set to 14 points. Now the legend. This is a bit more difficult to identify because if you hover over the center of it, you'll start to see data series. But if you hover just slightly away from the text, you'll see the legend tip. Click once to select the legend, and once again I'm going to set the font size to 14 points. Now I'm going to save the chart design as a template. To do that, I need to right-click the chart area element. So I'll click just inside the border of the chart to activate it, and then I'll hover the mouse cursor just inside the border until I see that I'm over the chart area element. Then I'll right-click and select Save as Template from the shortcut menu. Now I'll give my template a descriptive name. I'll call it PowerPoint Clustered Column. And then I'll click the Save button. Now I'm going to delete the chart from the worksheet. So I'll click just inside the border of the chart to activate it, and then press the Delete key on the keyboard once. And the chart's now gone. Now I'm going to create a new chart using my template. To do that, I'll click anywhere in the range A1 to D4. Then I'll click Insert on the ribbon, and in the Charts group, I need to click the Dialog Launcher button. That's the button in the bottom right-hand corner of the group. So I'll click the Dialog Launcher button, and the Insert Chart dialog appears. I need to click the All Charts tab, so I'll click All Charts, and then, because I want to create a chart from a template, I'll click Templates in the left-hand bar. And you can see the template that I've just saved, the PowerPoint Clustered Column template. Notice that if you hover the mouse cursor over the icon, a larger preview's shown. So to apply the template, I can either double-click the template icon or click the icon once to select and then click the OK button to apply. A chart's then displayed with all of the attributes of your template. All that remains for this lesson is to save your work, and I'm going to save with the new name PowerPoint Template. And as usual, I'll save to the folder above, my Sample Files folder. I click the Save button, and you've now completed Lesson 527. Create your own chart templates.